This video is sponsored by TradeIt.gg, the internet's largest safe cross-game trading website. Games supported such as CSGO, PUBG, Dota 2, H1Z1, Rust, TF2, and Steam in general, and a website with over $500,000 of inventory and the ability to be able to trade items from some games for items in other games. Anybody is capable of getting anything that they could ever want. The trading is just like trading with anybody else on Steam, and if you use the link down below, you get an extra 0.5% and $0.5 free on your first transaction on the site. And thank you very much for TradeIt.gg for sponsoring this video, and hopefully they'll be able to sponsor a video in the future. It seems like every time we talk about Team Fortress 2, we have to mention that it has been the longest time since the previous major update, and we have actually had the longest drought of any kind of update for TF2 in history. As of today, we hit 49 consecutive days without even a bug fix patch, and this of course finally ended with the release of Smissmas 2018. Of course, everybody who plays between now and January 7th gets a stocking full of goodies, alongside a new Winter 2018 cosmetic case, alongside, a festive being able to be found as a bonus drop while opening these cases. And aside from that, we had some bug fixes, a bunch of new medals added in, and some updates to Monster Bash, Millstone, and Snakewater. And that's the entire update. It is no secret that the Team Fortress 2 team is nowhere near the size that it was in, say, 2014. That isn't to say that we don't have major updates coming in the future. We still have the heavy update looming in the distance, and hopefully we'll be seeing that sometime in 2019. What's interesting is the Team Fortress 2 team is very much a relic of Valve's past. It seems like a lot of things are changing internally about Valve's politics and structure and culture, but the Team Fortress 2 team is very much still the kind of team that it was in 2007, just smaller. And that's a good thing. There are people still on the team that very much care about the game. That said, Smissmas is not the heavy update. We have a new cosmetic case with 18 new community-made cosmetics, my favorite of which being the Mighty Mitray. I was raised Catholic. That's fucking hilarious. And aside from that, there are some absences that are actually interesting to think about. There were no holiday-themed maps, there were no holiday-themed contracts, and most importantly, there weren't any holiday-themed war paints. We did get a war paint case last Christmas, so really, they're likely putting all of their development resources onto the major update, which we don't even know will be happening once a year anymore. It's really getting to the point now where they're just going to work on whatever they feel like needs to be done for Team Fortress 2, and then release it when it's done. And that means that there isn't going to be a point where we aren't waiting on an update. It does mean that there is no structure to it anymore. There's really no way to be able to speculate what we're going to be seeing in the heavy update in the future, other than heavy weapons, probably some contracts, probably some skins, and probably some maps. Aside from that, Funk Rotating is now working on 2 Fort and Gravel Pit. We have a man versus machine bug being fixed, even though it was SigSev that pushed it through. A whole bunch of medals being added. Unusual effect display problem fix. Halloween maps are receiving updates, and that's pretty interesting. But aside from that, that is Smissmas 2018. And to be completely honest, I feel like the Team Fortress team needs to give a roadmap. It's funny though, TF2 is like, what, 11 years old now, and it's killing artifact and player numbers, and I think that does speak towards what Valve's audience really wants. That's a whole nother video though. Thanks for watching though. As you know, I'm Tyler McVicker. This is Valve News Network. Have a good day. Adios.